My name's Sheena Boyd. I work for New Cumnock Development Trust as their Business and Development Manager. We cover the Community Council area of New Cumnock, so all of the local people are our beneficiaries. We were set up to spearhead regeneration in New Cumnock. So our main focus so far has been on town centre regeneration, so looking at some of the empty buildings, trying to bring them back into use. But over the past nearly 2 years, we have been supporting the community a bit more in terms of resilience efforts, but also more latterly looking at physical and mental well-being. So we've been doing a lot more out and about outreach type work in the community. So we've supported various groups to start up and to keep going in terms of activities, outdoor activities that had to be initially. Just in the past year, we've gone from 2 members of staff last year and we're currently at 4. And we've got a lot of new projects just ready to take off. We've been successful with some funding bids, so we've got quite a few new things that are just about to happen as well. So very, very busy just in the past year, building on last year. New Cumnock has suffered really from years of decline. I hate that word, decline, but it was a fairly big town, population of certainly about 8,000 towards the end of the 1980s. As the coal mines closed, then people left because there was no work here. So the population is now around about 2,500, a little bit more than that. The past few years, there's been some really brilliant attempts to regenerate the town. The swimming pool across the road and the town hall next door, and the primary school was renovated, and a brand new GP surgery. So we're kind of trying to build on that momentum to make a difference to how people in New Cumnock see their own community, but also how other people see New Cumnock. It's been talked about quite negatively and for quite a while. So we're trying to change that. The first bit of work that we've done with Grace and Sleeping Giants was around strategic planning. So they supported us with creating a strategic plan, so working through the whole process. We're quite a young organisation, so it was started off by people local people who are really passionate about trying to make a difference and make the best use of community benefit funds. So the work that we did with Grace was really underpinning that to make the organisation really robust and make sure it was strong enough and in the right shape to actually take forward some of these projects that are really taking off now. So all of our meetings with the Board of Trustees and with Grace and her associates were held online, and she devised different methods of reaching our stakeholders as well, because we wanted the community and other people involved in the whole process, the whole strategic planning process, so that it was reflective of the community and what they wanted to see us doing as an organisation. And I think the whole process did help the trustees understand a bit more about that organisational side. As I said, they were very passionate about the results they wanted to achieve, but getting this underpinning for the organisation was really important, just to make sure that we survive into the future and we carry out our projects properly. I think we had really regular meetings with pretty much the full board, so that everyone was kept involved. I think the fact that there were different ways of engaging with stakeholders as well. So it wasn't all social media. We have a little newspaper, so there were different kind of flyers put in that. So I think the different methods of engagement were really useful in reaching as broad a variety as people we could under the circumstances. And just that kind of very regular contact and update on progress and involvement of the trustees and the staff in the whole process as well. That was a really useful part for me anyway. One of the strengths for me is that Grace and the team have got a broad experience in a few different organisations, a few different areas. So I mean, this was specifically strategic planning that we were working on last year, but they have a lot of knowledge of other things, and we actually did commission additional bits of work from that. I think Grace's flexibility and being able to change things and work within very different and changing circumstances all the time, I think was really good. And also her style, the way she comes across, the way she approaches things, I think was good for our particular situation. It just brought a bit of a different perspective, and I think maybe gave, as a staff team, gave us a bit more confidence in perhaps pushing our trustees a little bit more. The fact that we've got an actual plan now, an organisational strategic plan, is really key for me. And all of our work plans, our operational plans, everything derives now from that. Job descriptions, they all feed back into the strategic plan and come out of the strategic plan. So everything is tied into this. It's a really key document for us. It helps us keep an eye on what we're doing and why we're doing it. And it is, as I said, it underpins the whole organisation, and makes sure that we are on track for achieving what we set out to do. They've been really helpful. They've worked, as I said, they've worked within very difficult circumstances, changing circumstances. They're very flexible, very knowledgeable. I know Grace has also got contacts with lots of people. If she doesn't know a specific thing, she knows someone who does. So it's great to have that kind of a way into that network of additional support and additional expertise. And I think just the friendly, supportive relationship that we've built up, I think, is really important for us. Knowing Grace, and we've built up that relationship now over quite a long time. In reality, it is, and we obviously trust Grace to do a good job and to keep us right. That for us, that makes things so much easier. It saves us time when we're looking for someone to do something for us. And there are things that we've come across that I've thought, oh, Grace might be able to help us with that. So I think for us, it saves time, and it just makes life so much easier because we know we're going to get the job done.